This video is for all my Mexican food lovers. I've lived in Fayetteville over the last 27 years of my life, so my wife and I have basically tried every Mexican food spot there is in Fayetteville. Some of the restaurants on this list are more chain restaurants, others are local gems, and there are a few hole-in-the-wall spots that you have got to give a try. Mexican food is one of our favorite dishes, so I figured it'd be fun to make a video on it. Starting with number 6, El Cazador. So we've only been to El Cazador only a handful of times, but our biggest thing with the place is that we're just not super huge fans of their chips and salsa or their rice and beans. So their salsa is definitely made in-house, but maybe we're just whitewashed because we're just not super huge fans of it, and we would much prefer the chunky salsa bought at the grocery store. As for the rice and beans, these are a staple for every Mexican restaurant there is. Matter of fact, both of them are, so if neither of them are hitting quite like they should or like I want them to, then unfortunately, we're just not really gonna go to that place very often. Now, don't get me wrong, the service and main course are great, and if we went there, it's not like we wouldn't eat the food. It's just that when we are craving some Mexican food, El Cazador usually isn't in the list. Moving on to number 5 is Don Ramon's. Don Ramon's is actually kind of an outlier on this list because it's the only restaurant on this list that offers a drive-through service. Now, this is one of the more hole-in-the-wall spots, and not a lot of people in Fayetteville know about Don Ramon's. The inside of Don Ramon's, it is smaller than most of your conventional restaurants, but this is a great place to grab something quick to eat, something fast while you're on lunch or early for breakfast. However, we primarily go there for breakfast. I'm a huge fan of their chorizo, and my wife's go-to is usually the sausage or the ham. I like to think of this place as kind of like a upgraded Taco Bell, if you will, something with more authentic food and probably not with all those preservatives and plastics. So I would definitely recommend giving Don Ramon's a shot if you want something quick. Real quick, my name is Justin Hirigoyen. I'm an Army veteran turned real estate agent. And if you want more local insight videos or restaurant breakdown videos just like this one, make sure you subscribe to follow along. And if there's anything I can do to help you out with your housing needs, check out any of the links down in the description below. Moving on to the number 4 spot is Mi Casita. Look, you haven't truly lived in Fayetteville if you haven't eaten at Mi Casita's at least once. There are so many locations around Fayetteville. I mean, there's practically one around every single corner. And in our opinion, this is what El Cazador could be if it had better rice and beans. It's about the same quality as El Cazador in our opinion, but we just like the rice and beans more. The service here has always been crazy fast. It really doesn't matter which location you go to. However, my only qualm with the place is that this isn't really authentic Mexican food. Some of the other options on this list, they just have much more explosions of flavor and simply just feel more authentic, and they just outclass Mi Casita, unfortunately. Now, Mi Casita, it used to be our favorite spot for a very long time, but we started experimenting a little bit once my wife got pregnant and she started getting those pregnancy cravings. We are huge fans of Mi Casita, and like I said, you have not lived in Fayetteville if you have not tried this place at least once. My personal favorites are the quesabirria tacos or getting the burritos deluxe. Both are amazing. And my wife's go-to has always been their quesadilla supreme dinner, also very good. Moving on to the top 3, coming in the number 3 spot is La Patrona. Now, this one actually really upsets me because the food here, it is so freaking good. However, my wife and I, we cannot stand the atmosphere. Every time that we've been there, they have a DJ there and they're playing Hispanic club music, but it's just ridiculously loud. When I go into a restaurant, and this is any restaurant for that matter, I do not mind a little bit of music, don't get me wrong. But if I have to yell across the table just to talk to the person who's sitting across from me, it is just clearly, it's way too much. Now, I will say friends have told us that the DJ is only there after like 5 or 6 p.m. and it's primarily because they have a club upstairs. So I believe the idea with La Patrona is that you're supposed to have food downstairs and then you go upstairs to club and party, and it's only after 5 or 6 p.m. like I said. La Patrona is also pricier than any other option on this list. And we went there this most recent Mother's Day and we were waiting in the booth for over 3 hours just to get our food. Now, this very well could just be a one-off, but when I go to a restaurant where I'm expecting to eat very quality food and it's at a premium price, I just expect the service to be a little bit quicker. That Plus, like I said, the atmosphere, we just don't really like it. I just feel like I would rather go somewhere else, which is really such a freaking shame because once you do get your food, it is really, really good. This is also the only spot that I'm aware of that serve molcajetes. I'm really trying not to knock down La Patrona because it is really good. And like I said, it could have just been a one-off, but we haven't really had that good of experiences there. Now, moving on to the number 2 spot, we have La Fogata. Now, La Fogata, it holds a special place in my heart because this food really brings me back to my childhood. Quick disclaimer, La Fogata actually isn't Mexican food, it is Colombian food. However, I decided to keep it on this list because it's still like Mexican adjacent, right? Anyways, my mom's side of the family is Panamanian, and the food that they cook here is literally what I grew up on. It tastes just like it. This is also another hole in the wall spot, and it doesn't really look like too much on the outside, but if you get their Bandeja Paisa, there is no way that you won't like it. Their Bandeja Paisa comes with skirt steak, rice, pinto beans, sweet plantains, pork skin, Colombian chorizo, avocado, fried eggs, and a small masa arepa. And look, if you don't like their Bandeja Paisa, we can't be friends. Last but not least, coming up at the number 1 spot, we have Rancho D'Leon. This has got to be the best Mexican food I have ever had, hands down. This one checks all of our boxes. The food is amazing. Their prices are reasonable. And every time that we've gone, their service has been extremely fast and very good. I cannot say enough good things about Rancho, seriously. Like most other Mexican restaurants, when you get down, you get their chips and salsa. First, their chips and salsa are both so freaking good. Their chips are thicker than any other restaurant around here and saltier, which I didn't think I'd be a fan of, but it is so good. But Rancho also does something different than all these other spots. They give you bean dip, which if you're like me, the first time I got served bean dip, I was like, bean dip? This is kind of strange. But I figured, you know what, let me go ahead and give it a shot. You know, maybe I'll like it. You guys, this bean dip, it is so good. I don't know what they're doing to these beans, but it is freaking amazing. If you're nervous about it, give it a shot, come back here and tell me how good it is. Most times when we go there, we also order an appetizer and we get their birria bombs. Also, very amazing. It's literally just birria meat with cheese, and then they deep fry it, so it's just a big old ball of birria meat and cheese. And then they give you the consomme on the side, so we rip it apart and we dip it in there. Oh, so good. As for the main dish, we usually stick to their spicy borracha enchiladas, and we add chicken to it, or we get their chilaquiles. But try that spicy borracha first if you go there. It is really good. It's also spicy, it's in the name. They also have 2 kinds of sauce that I recommend you guys try. Well, they have 4, but we only really stick to the 2. They have their pumpkin sauce, spicy pumpkin sauce, very hot. We order it to go. We get an 8 ounce of it and we take it home with us because I put it on everything. And then they also have their green lime sauce, I believe they call it. Not quite as spicy as their pumpkin sauce, but still very good. So much flavor in it. Sometimes I'll get the 8 ounce of that, and again, I'll bring it home, put it on everything that I cook at the house. And those are our top 6 favorite Mexican food restaurants. If you guys think I missed anything, feel free to drop them down in the comments below. I will gladly try any Mexican restaurant that you think I missed. And if you guys disagree with some of these ratings, please let me know as well, also down in the comments. And if you want to get in touch with me, check out any of the links down in the description below. I also got my phone number down there as well, so shoot me a text if I can help you out with anything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.